Captain on the bridge.
All right, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got something to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button to help this video, to help the overall channel out. And also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Yes, captains, we have some catching up to do. So without further ado, we're going to go over what we have missed, drop the 2 ECs, and of course at the end give our conclusion. So first up here, it's the perfect time to apply your tech upgrades on Xbox and PlayStation this week. Now this of course dropped on April 14th. As of recording of this video, it is already the 18th. So we're doing some catch up here, as I mentioned. But this started from, well, it says 14th, but it says from April 15th. But this goes up until still the 19th. So there is still time. There's still up until Saturday for some, for myself, tomorrow. If you need to do that, upgrade your equipment on Xbox and PlayStation, there is still time. So there is that. Next up here. Now, if you're looking to stock up on Master Keys, now is the time. For a limited time, is 25% off on PC and 15% off on Xbox and PlayStation. Now this 25 on PC does not apply anymore. Why? Because it was a flash sale that was only from the 15th to the 17th. So again, my apologies, my caps, but for my console caps, this is still on because it is from the 15th to the 19th. Again, as I drop this video, there's still time, as it's still on until tomorrow, but it's only 15%. Unfortunately, it's not the best sale. But again, it is there if you have been waiting for the sale and you have the resources. Well, there you go. And of course, we always recommend for the keys is to buy them on sale. Do not use them to open boxes unless you're going after low buy, even then. But that's up to you. Of course, buy the keys, wait for the sale to end, put them on the exchange. And then of course, you'll get the EC for them. Rinse and repeat until you have enough EC, until you have enough to get what you want on the exchange. So of course, with the sale of the keys, the keyring bundle is back as well. So again, as the drop of this video on console, there's still time to take advantage of that. So there is that. So I'm going to spend a little time here on the patch notes. So hello captains, Star Trek Online will have maintenance on PC, and of course estimated downtime is 2.5 hours. Thank you for your patience. So what are the patch notes? This was of course from the 17th. So here, the console universal packlet technological spacehook has been updated, and the cooldown now properly benefits from unconventional systems and subspace fracture tunneling field triggers. So the packlet, of course, technological spacehook is from the recent release of the Clump ship. And this and the other consoles that we'll go over was not benefiting from the traits of unconventional systems. Well, what is unconventional systems? I always go over this with my build videos, and I'm going to try to make a conscious effort to go over this every time I do go over the video of where I got it. Well, here you go. Unconventional systems is a trait that you can get here from the Infinity Prize Pack personal trait space, and you have to pick unconventional systems. Can be found on the exchange, but again, as reward packs, you just have to get it from that pack there. But I'll also show that when we do build videos. That is a trait. And what does it do? Well, using control bridge officer abilities reduces the cooldown of all universal consoles by 7%. So that packlet technological spacehook was not benefiting, and now it is. Now, of course, the subspace fracture tunneling is from, I believe, the Vovin here. It's also that console here. So that, of course, now is changed, and that is now going to be benefiting from that as well. So Vovin, of course, was the event prize there last year for the summer. So now, what else? Well, the console universal coordinated engagement solution also now benefits from the unconventional systems and subspace fracture tunneling field. That is from the Garrett. That it says console there, the coordinate engagement solution. Again, the unconventional system is going to help that, along with the trait from the Voven, or the console from the Voven right there. And of course, they fixed also the Chronoton flicker cooldown to also benefit from that. And that is from the recently released Keith Intel Warbird. Of course, that is the console that comes with it as well, the Chronoton flicker. And then lastly, the Universal Console Field of Prey also now is benefiting from that. And that is from the Tier 6 Herosian ship. Of course, that it's console right there, the Field of Prey. So that's good. And if I'm not mistaken, this was brought up by our good friend, their Casual SAB, and it has a video saying Deca listened. And that's a good sign, captains, that Deca is listening. Now, there's a lot more things to fix, a lot more things to bring back, actually, in Star Trek Online. So I'm hoping this is a good sign towards Deca is, listening to us players. When we want things fixed, and or things that need to be fixed are brought up in such avenues like this, through videos, and or content that needs to be brought back. One of the content that I really want back, and this is something that we do almost nightly when there is more than 5 captains on a team, is Crystalline Entity. We need to bring that back in Elite, because Advanced just does not cut anymore. I'm not saying Elite would do any better, but still, at least it would last at least 30 more seconds, as opposed to it being literally driven through every time we go through. It's a fun 10-man queue that is great to have when you have a lot of captains with you. So hopefully they bring that back in terms of listening to us players when we want content brought back that should be back. There's no reason for it not to be in game. But anyways, I have strayed. That may be a topic for a video on another day. But so there's that. Those consoles now are fixed. So great news. Next, several issues related to the Dauntless Starship customization options have been addressed. So recently, the Dauntless has been remastered, so I'm guessing it is the reasoning why they had to address it was because it's been remastered. So good on them. Continue on, updated the Dauntless visual template to feature colors and hull patterns that more accurately reflect its canonical appearance. And again, that is what they did here in updating the look of the Dauntless. Now, between the two, this and the Dauntless 2 from the Prodigy, unfortunately, I have to go with this look. It's a little better because the Dauntless 2 looks like a Mauser from Ninja Turtles. I cannot unsee it. Mr. Crispers mentioned it, and like I said, it's now there in my mind. So that is the patch notes. So next up, and lastly, if you can't find the hidden Easter eggs this weekend, take a look at the Zen Market on PC and find a new ship at 20% off. So a sale in the PC, or on the PC bridge, as you can see, it goes from the 17th and it goes from the 21st. So definitely sometime here. It is a 20% ship sale on PC. So all ships and dry dock slots in the C-Store are 20% off. This includes bundles, which are comprised of only ships. Okay? This does not include bundles that have items other than ships in them. The ship upgrade token bundle, and fleet module are also 20% off as well. So, Caps, we did a video about 3 months ago on our recommendation on T6 ships. And of course, you could probably add the recent ships from the 15th anniversary bundle. Of course, if you only those, sometimes the T6 coupons are not applicable to those ships, but you can tell when you go to the C-Store what ships will be 100% off when you are in the Zen store. So there is that. Again, Caps, my apologies for being behind on the latest. We're going to try our best to do so. We have been busy in real life, as I mentioned, but we're going to keep an eye on that. Volleyball season has kind of ended, but it's also going to start again in 2 weeks. So the winter season has ended. Now, of course, spring and summer is going to start, so regardless, we're going to do our very best. And captains, don't be afraid to message me in the comments or on Discord to let me know of the latest and greatest. So there is the video. Do us a huge favor, hit that like button, comment below, let us know of the ships you get on the sale on PC. We would like to know. And of course, again, if you're new, consider subscribing here to the YouTube Bridge, and we'll leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.